Today's story is about a rich woman who is so arrogant about her luxury, status, and wealth that she doesn't even consider others as human beings. There was a simple servant whom she constantly insulted and humiliated for no reason. But one day, fate threw this arrogant lady and that same servant onto a deserted island where survival wasn't easy at all. When hunger, thirst, and helplessness begin to break her pride, the servant finally gets a chance to take revenge for all the humiliation he faced because now the remote was in his hands and Madam was busy catching fish. And with the slightest attitude, he starts giving her such punishments that you will see throughout this whole story. So hello friends, my name is Ishida, and the story begins with a woman named Amber, the wife of a wealthy businessman. But she is so arrogant because of her luxurious lifestyle and her husband Tony's riches that she doesn't even speak politely to anyone. Maybe that's why most people don't like her at all, but none of that matters to her. This time she travels with her husband and two other couples on their private plane to Greece for a vacation. After reaching there, they hire a ship to explore the sea. When everyone reaches the ship, the staff members and the ship's captain, Burley, welcome them warmly. But as the captain shakes hands with everyone, Amber, as always, shows attitude and walks away without shaking his hand. Everyone finds this very strange. On this same ship works a boy named Joseph, who strongly dislikes Amber's behavior. He carries everyone's luggage and shows them to their rooms. But Amber doesn't like anything here and acts as if she deserves better than all of them. She rudely asks, "Do you have a gym here?" Joseph quietly brings a small exercise bicycle and says, "Will this work for you?" He was actually mocking her. Seeing this, Amber gets angry and threatens, "I can get you fired." The next day, everyone goes out in small boats for diving. Others enjoy swimming, but Amber doesn't go into the water because she's scared. She orders Joseph to stay on the boat with her. Joseph unwillingly stays. He politely tells her, "You should also go swim with them." Amber snaps, "Now you'll tell me what I should do?" Joseph feels insulted, but he stays quiet. The following day, Amber is exercising while Joseph is cleaning nearby. She humiliates him again. Joseph quietly walks away. Later, when everyone sits for lunch, they eat happily, but Amber dislikes the food. She starts talking rudely to Joseph again and orders, "The food is cold. Heat it right now." This time, Joseph loses control in his imagination and angrily pours the food on her head. Then he picks her up and throws her into the sea. But then it's revealed, he was just imagining all this. Joseph goes to the kitchen and complains to his friends about how arrogant Amber is. Burley says, "Rich people are like this. We have to obey them with a smile. There's no cure for them." When Burley takes her food, Amber even misbehaves with the captain. "These servants disgust me. Tell them not to come near me." And like this, 2 days pass where everyone has to tolerate Amber's tantrums. She gets angry over every little thing and troubles Joseph the most. He now tries to stay away from her as much as possible. One night, Amber bumps into Joseph while drunk and says, "You work so much, would you like to dance with me?" But Joseph, full of anger, replies, "I will never dance with a woman like you," and walks away. The next day, Amber insists on going fishing. Joseph warns her that the weather might worsen and leaving the ship would be foolish. But Amber never listens, so Joseph takes her far into the sea on a motorboat. After a long distance, the engine suddenly stops. Joseph checks the fuel. There is no petrol in the boat. Amber gets furious. "Start it right now. I don't want any stress." Joseph says, "I told you not to come. Now I'm stuck here because of your stubbornness. Sit quietly. We'll have to wait for someone." They are stranded in the open sea. One night passes, then the next day. No one comes. Food and water are finished. Amber keeps shouting, "Get me out of here or I won't spare you." Joseph gets angry but stays helpless. Amber finds a gun and Joseph tells her, "It's a flare gun, only for signaling help. Don't fire it now." Time passes. Joseph catches a fish to eat. Amber throws it away, calling it dirty. Later, they spot a boat at a distance. Amber panics and tries to fire the flare gun, but messes up and ends up shooting the inflatable boat they're sitting on, deflating it. Now they cling to the remaining piece of the boat throughout the night in heavy rain and storm. Next morning, they see an island. Somehow they swim ashore. As soon as they reach, Amber says, "My lawyer will deal with you soon. You'll be behind bars." Joseph replies, "Do whatever you want. I don't care. I don't like witches like you anyway. Let's go separate ways. The island is deserted. Surviving here will be hard. Joseph finds a small abandoned hut. He fixes it enough to live in. He drinks water from a waterfall and makes a tool to catch fish. Amber roams everywhere but finds nothing. She starts secretly watching Joseph. One day, Joseph catches a fish and sits peacefully to eat. Amber approaches him and says, "Give me some fish." Joseph refuses. "I won't. You always treated me badly." Still, Amber's attitude doesn't change. She arrogantly says, "I want to buy this fish from you." She offers $1,000 and her golden bracelet. Joseph throws them away. "Your wealth and ego are useless here. If you're hungry, catch your own fish." Amber throws sand on him in anger. Joseph slaps her and says, "If you want food, you will call me master. On this island, I am your boss. You will obey me. From today, you are my servant." He orders her to wash his clothes. Amber, helpless, washes them and brings them back. Joseph makes her fill water. Then he gives her food. The woman who once got angry, even if the food was slightly cold, now eats half-cooked fish out of starvation. Joseph wants her arrogance to break. Then he goes inside his hut and orders her to sleep outside. When she asks to sleep inside, he says, "If you want to sleep inside, you'll share my bed. There's little space." Amber refuses and sleeps outside. One night passes. In the morning they go fishing together. Joseph becomes ruder day by day. He catches fish, but makes Amber do all the other work and punishes her for the slightest attitude. One day he tells Amber to sing and dance while cooking fish. She agrees forcefully. She washes his clothes, cooks for him, and whenever she shows resistance, he punishes her. As days pass, something strange begins, an odd chemistry between the two. One day, Joseph tells her to kiss his hand. Amber refuses at first but eventually gives in. He only wants her arrogance to break so she becomes a better person. Amber works like a servant. One day Joseph teases her again. Frustrated, Amber kicks him in the private part and starts running. Joseph runs after her angrily. Amber thinks he will take advantage of her now because she cannot escape the island. He catches her, but instead of hurting her, he only kisses her for a while and leaves her. He says, "You always insulted people below you, but they are human too. Come to me as a real human being, and I will help you." Joseph actually started liking her. Amber realizes he didn't hurt her even when he could have. She spends the night crying near the sea. Morning comes. She goes to Joseph, touches his feet, and apologizes. Joseph forgives her. Both start living as friends. Their lives slowly change. They grow closer. One night, both lose control and cross all limits. Amber realizes she has fallen in love with Joseph. They live together in the hut and make their lonely island life beautiful. Joseph asks her one day, "How did you become so rude? Why did you behave so badly on the ship?" Amber explains her unhappy marriage, stress, and emotional emptiness. She says, "You made me feel what I never felt before. I love you deeply." Joseph accepts her love instantly. Both live happily on the island. One day, Amber spots a ship. She hesitates. If she leaves, she might lose Joseph. She tells him nothing. Later, they find a wine bottle, drink, dance, and grow even closer. Over the next few days, they enjoy every moment together. Amber doesn't want to leave the island. Joseph hopes someone will eventually find them. One day, they see a boat. Joseph tries to signal, but Amber stops him, crying, "If we leave, we will be separated forever. I love you so much." Joseph gently reassures her, "If our love is true, we will always find each other. I trust you." He signals the boat and they get rescued. Amber's husband Tony is informed and comes to the port to pick her up. He hugs her and thanks Joseph for saving his wife's life. Joseph stays silent, hurt inside, and walks away. Later, a man gives Joseph a bag full of money, Tony's reward for him. Joseph refuses, but the man leaves the bag anyway. Joseph opens it, sees the money, and decides to return it. But on the way, he buys a beautiful ring for Amber, planning to propose to her. He calls her saying, "I miss you. I wish we had stayed on the island forever." Amber replies, "Whatever your decision is, write it in a letter and leave it at my hotel reception before I leave tomorrow." Joseph writes a heartfelt letter, telling her he wants to marry her and start a new life in another country. He leaves the ring and letter at reception. But the next morning, Tony finds the letter first. He does not give it to Amber. Amber waits for Joseph's letter, but receives nothing. She helplessly leaves with Tony. When the helicopter is about to take off, Tony tips a staff member and secretly gives back the letter with Joseph's address written on it, so he won't reach Amber. The staff member gives the letter to Joseph, saying it's from the people leaving by helicopter. Joseph opens it. It's the same letter he wrote. Shocked, he runs to the heliport, but the helicopter is already in the air. Amber sits inside thinking Joseph never wrote anything. Joseph believes Amber rejected him. Neither knows that Tony planned to separate them. Joseph throws the ring into the sea, heartbroken. Amber cries silently. And this is how, due to misunderstandings created by Tony, their beautiful love story remains incomplete. The story ends here. Heartbroken, unfinished, and unforgettable.